Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Foosh. My name is Will. I'm going to be hosting for tonight, and welcome. Just a quick recap. Foosh is UCSD's short form improv troupe, which means we are going to be making up several short comedic scenes for you on the spot. Now, you may be asking yourself, hey, Will, wait a second. How do we know that you're not making these up right now? Well, strange viewer, I've got an answer for you, which is that we are going to be basing all of our scenes off of the suggestions that you all have just provided. I know it takes a little bit of time to get all of that sorted through, but we've got all our suggestions, so we are ready to get going. Before we can really jump into things, though, we need to introduce the teams. On our thumbs up side of voting, we have Team House of Mouse. And for that, we have Crystal, Jill, Desiree, and Max Fine.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Internet.
And on the other side of the stage, on the thumbs down side of our YouTube stream, we've got our House of Villains, which is Shaylee, Connor, Adriana, and Max Morgan.
Hey!
Hey.
Yeah.
Gaston!
Yeah.
Once again, a quick recap on how voting will work. Tonight, you're going to be seeing a series of different games, one from each team. Throughout seeing these games, you can vote thumbs up if you like Team's House of Mouse's game better, or thumbs down if you like Team House of Villains games better. And then I will tabulate all of the votes once both games have concluded, and we will see which team wins. But before we get started, we're going to have our little initial showdown game with everybody, which is a game that we call Switch Interview. What's going to be happening is we will have all of our members in a little interview TV style show. One at a time or two at a time, we will see our participants interviewing each other, or maybe hosting commercials or soap operas or comedy TV shows. However, the next person in the queue can turn their camera on and say switch, and when that happens, the first person in that list will turn off their camera. So we'll be seeing a series of different TV interviews and shows. So to get things started, we're going to start things off with Jill and Shaylee first on the list here. Alrighty, players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes!
Begin.
Tell me, Miss Bushel, how does it feel to be the very first person to jump onto an airplane while it is flying?
Well, I'd like to thank my shoes. First of all, thank you, Adidas. This is an endorsement from Adidas. And then I'd also like to say I'm also the first person and woman to do it. It's a pleasure.
I am very, very happy for you. Awesome for all the women out there. If you could do it different, or if you could do a next stunt, what would you do?
My next stunt actually is going to be jumping over a monster truck, which you would think isn't quite as daring as jumping on top of an airplane, but the monster truck is on fire and has lions inside of it. Yes.
Wow, that sounds absolutely fantastic, Miss Bushel. I do have to say, though, there are some fans, or I guess I should say haters, that think there might be some steroids involved, or else you can't jump that high. What do you have to say to that?
I'd like to say, yes, there are steroids involved. Otherwise, how the fuck would someone jump on an airplane?
Thank you. You know, I respect...
Yeah, no, so I came to you for some dating advice because the girl said talk dirty to me, but we were in the fertilizer aisle of Home Depot, and I didn't know what to do. And
Wait,
I need your expertise.
Quick question.
Yep.
You know, I'm your friend, so I just want to be honest.
Oh, honestly,
was she wearing AirPods and you didn't see them? She could have been singing Jason Derulo. I just want to make sure.
It was. I feel like it was a one pod situation. You understand? It was like one of those, like one's charging. It felt like Jason Derulo could have.
Boo!
Oh Jesus! Oh,
Find a better hiding spot, Jerry.
what? But no, isn't it like the whole, if I can't see you, you can't see me?
You're not invisible. Like, this is not Harry Potter. You don't have a cloak. You know that I can still see you, and especially with my flashlight, your shadow is on the wall.
I don't think that's fair. I can't see you. You have no proof. No proof.
You know, it's like when you're hiding under your blanket is not the same thing. The monster can still reach under and take you underneath the bed too. It's
a toga. How many times have we been over this?
Switch. And that's when the seagull swooped down and took my only French fry.
Oh, was it? Oh, please tell me it wasn't a curly fry.
It was a curly fry from Carl's Jr., the one and only. I was so hungry. You know when you're just so hungry and you knew that last fry would have satisfied you?
Yeah, it's like when you're eating and you have one last bottom of the bag French fry.
Absolutely. And that demon, the flying demon, took it from me, took that last ounce of happiness. And that's why I have never left my house since.
Oh man. Yeah, seagulls, they made me lose my eye.
I don't think you understand. Oops, that's not me.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Marshmallow here on Odd Caretaker, and I'm here with Mr. Geronimo, who I believe I've heard that he is the caretaker of a man with the largest ears in existence. Now tell me, Mr. Geronimo, how does that feel?
This is a nightmare.
Oh.
Everything that I say, I haven't been able to leave since last July. I think you can hear me. I'm sorry, but I have to just be super quiet. I can't keep anything to myself anymore.
I understand that you're responsible for maintaining his super hearing, right? Now, an outside source tells me that you have to loop up his ears every 5 minutes. Is that true?
I do, and my timer's about to go off for the next 5 minutes, so that's why I'm hiding in this closet for this interview. I can't loop his ears anymore. You don't understand the horrors inside.
I see. Now, would we be able to obtain a live recording of this process for educational purposes?
I mean, I'm not really comfortable, but Oh, he's here. Hold on. Okay. He would like to stay off camera for the lubing, but I will show you what I usually do. So I use this big industrial sized tub of lube, Aunt Jemima's.
So you come to my company asking for a $3 million loan, and all your business does is make ears for humans?
I think this $3 million loan is a small price to pay for the outcome of our company.
No, your only employee is your pet rabbit named Mario. Your business has no understanding of what it means to get into the rabbit ear game.
My assistant Mario is the best worker, better than 20 humans combined, I'll have you know.
He was caught on TMZ eating, let's say, a 1-2 few many carrots the other day. This is a disgrace to our business.
Switch. I'm telling you, Remy, this debate is over. If they didn't want us to take the cheese, they wouldn't leave it out on that fancy contraption.
Yeah. All I'm trying to say is you shouldn't be eating cheeses in weird locations. Usually you can find it in the refrigerator, but there was too much metal on that contraption. You can't blame me for Junior's death. All right, he made his decision.
Listen. I've got 4 brothers. They all took cheese. They all got snapped, right? But what are the odds it happens a 5th time? The math is incalculable.
The math is calculable in rat mission years. I would say there is a 1 in 5 chance that he will get killed, and that is just too high. Even one rat death is too much. You gotta stop eating the cheese on these contraptions, no matter how pretty they look, no matter how big they are, and no matter how much I personally respect them.
Give up eating cheese? Are you insane? This is our culture. Oh my, you might as well say give up, biting people's ankles.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm actually going to argue.
Well, we've actually got a copy of your book right here. Yes, see, we've got 8 different ways that I eat graham crackers in the morning. Yeah, let me just flip through it here.
I'm so sorry, I wasn't listening to you. You just bore me so much.
But Mr. Thompson, I am here to promote your new book, and you can't even care to listen to what I have to say.
If you're so interesting, write your own book.
How are you going to reach out to your viewers about all the different ways you eat graham crackers? I mean, number 7, just putting graham crackers in socks to mash them up and then pouring them into your mouth. That's pretty ingenious.
Yeah, I was going through a bit of a phase back in April, but...
Switch. And here we are, the 2 of us on the moon together, reporting down to Earth to tell them about our safety moon landing.
Yeah, we are so safe here. I am just speechless. I am breathless, with how safe we are today.
Yes, this is definitely not fake. We truly are here on the moon, safe and sound.
See, look how I'm floating. We must be on the moon.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty, everybody, that was our Switch interview. We hope you enjoyed. We are now going to jump into our competitive part of tonight's show. So once again, you are going to see one game from each team. If you like the House of Mouse team, which is going to be coming up next, give them the thumbs up. If you like the House of Villains team, give them the thumbs down. But don't vote just yet. We've got to see their games. So starting up, we've got a game that we like to call Toast with House of Mouse. So that's Crystal, Jill, Des, and Max Fine.
Team Jazz.
So the way Toast works, especially in this Zoom format, is we are going to see random scenes interspersed by myself saying toast. When I say toast, our competitors can either turn their cameras on or off at their choice. Then we will see a random scene based off of the people who left their cameras on. So to start things off, I asked you folks in the audience what you like to put on toast, and I got avocados. So players, your suggestion is avocados. Are you ready?
Yes.
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 Then toast.
To be a girl who loves avocados. Avocados are my favorite food, and sometimes when I'm extra hungry, I put garlic salt on it and eat it for breakfast. Yes. But what happens when you don't have avocados? When you don't have avocados, you go hungry. You starve to death. And today, I'm not spreading avocados on my toast. No, I'm spreading peanut butter, which has less protein.
Toast.
Ow! Ow!
Listen,
Ow!
we know that you robbed that bank, okay? She's gonna keep pinching your feet unless you admit it.
Ow! Wait, okay. Ow! 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 Stop! Okay.
You better talk.
Let's quiet down. Hey, let's use our indoor voices. Let's pretend that our moms
This
are
is my indoor
downstairs.
voice. What are you talking about?
Tabitha's indoor voice.
Okay, I'll give you the money. I will give you the money. It's not been a great time for banks. It's a couple fivers and like a 20. But we can split it. Let's call it like 60,
Split it. You want to split?
25, 15.
We're the cops. You're gonna split the bank with the. We are putting you under arrest. You are going to jail. Are you really trying to bribe Tabitha?
Tabitha, because that cut out, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear you. So I'm gonna say
I have brought you together so that you can get married again.
3 times the charm.
Gosh.
Oh, what do you say, babe?
I've got to be honest. I just want to marry you so badly. Let's do it for a third time.
Okay.
See, I knew it would work. I knew if I brought y'all to a Pizza Hut, the love would be in the air.
Oh yeah, our mistake in wedding number 2 was going to Domino's. Rookie mistake.
Shall we begin? Shall we begin the service?
Yes.
Of course.
All right. We have gathered here today in this greasy, grimy Pizza Hut. It smells of disgusting garbage, but it also smells of pure love. It smells of third chances, not second chances, third chances. It smells of a cheating scandal, but it's okay because they are getting married today. Now, may I have the ring? Or should I say onion ring?
Toast.
Butterscotch! Butterscotch! I need help finding my pet parrot, Butterscotch. They only respond to avocado cut in half.
Oh, luckily I have some. Oh, right here. Do I play the avocado like an instrument?
No, you have to take a bite of it and mash it in your mouth and then spit it out into the air, and he likes to catch it with his mouth.
Oh, okay, if you want to.
I need to grab one too.
Toast.
Hey, do you remember how that song goes? The Cleveland Brown theme song? Like, my name is Cleveland Brown, and I'm proud to be right back in my hometown with my new family, with old friends and new friends, and even a bear. Through good times and bad times, it's true love to share. Now I have found a place where everyone will know my happy mustache face. This is the Cleveland Show. I canceled it way too early.
Oh my god.
See?
Oh my god!
All
on the
right,
internet
well, that
forever.
was Toast from House of Mouse. If you like that scene, go ahead and give a thumbs up on this stream. But don't put your final vote in just yet, because we're about to hear from House of Villains. So please welcome Shaylee, Adriana, and Connor to play the alphabet game. So the way the alphabet game works is we will be starting with a letter suggested by you, the audience, as well as a suggestion from you, the audience. Now, our improvisers are limited in running a 3-person scene. Every line of dialogue they say must start with the next letter of the alphabet. So I'll go ahead and reveal it right now. You folks said the letter G. So the first line of dialogue must start with a G. The next line of dialogue must start with an H. And we are going to try and loop all the way around back to G. So audience, I asked you what sort of job you have once held. So players, your suggestion is barista. All right, so barista is your suggestion. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin.
Go get the beans.
Heck,
Hold
I don't
up,
remember what I
hold
did with them. I'm so sorry. I talk over you way too often, Tiffany. I'm
Just
so
like
sorry.
you always do, Richard.
Kidding, I found them. They're under the counter.
let me get this straight. You found beans under the counter?
Maybe I hid them there.
No. I thought that I hid the beans under the bed so you guys would stop stealing it from me. Where did these counter beans come from?
Oh, so now your job is hiding the beans?
Quiet.
Rachel, that was rude. That's all I gotta say.
Sorry. It's my fault. I instigated. I'm always picking fights. I knew a 3-sister barista business would just be filled with family drama. I'm so sorry.
Tomorrow is a new day. We can do better.
I kind of doubt that because I am the superior here. I was born 13 seconds before Rachel and 27 seconds before Richard, who we call Richie because she is a girl. So I'm superior. So I think that I should be in charge of this whole thing.
Voicing
voluptuous, voluptuous body of mine says otherwise. I am the mature, exotically beautiful one. So I think I should be, the face of the business.
Why? It makes no sense. It should be us three,
X-ray your opinion and see that it is empty.
Yeah, I agree with Richie.
Zam.
Anyway, I think the next thing we need to worry about is the new Frappuccino on the menu.
There's bears right there. We need to close the blinds.
Can't
Cut
you
it out.
see?
Stop. You know that I'm terrified of bears.
Damn, you too? I guess it runs in the family.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna go hide in the bathroom.
For real?
Gosh, I guess I'll go fight the bear.
End scene. Thank
Hooray!
you. You made it.
We did it.
All right. Well, audience, I'm going to get this out of the way. We've got a bit of a delay on the live stream. So that was House of Villains alphabet game. If you liked that scene, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. But you also saw Team House of Mouse in Toast. If you liked that game, better give it a thumbs up. I'm going to wait 20 seconds. That's about as long as our stream is. Make sure you vote. Don't worry about downvoting the video. I don't care.
In fact, please downvote the video because
Down.
it has
Up,
villains.
vote, vote.
Now.
Power line.
Down.
Up.
You know what to do.
Someone.
I'm down in it.
Does Carl's Jr. have curly fries? Does
No,
Carl's
I don't think so. I think it's
No.
just Jack in the Box.
Fries.
Yeah,
What
I go
place?
to Jack in the Box for my curly fries.
Mhm.
Okay, I
This
had
is
no
not a
idea.
sponsored video.
I had no idea. I just said Carl's Jr. Sorry for being inaccurate, everybody.
It was wishful thinking. Put that thought into the world, it'll become true.
Thank you, Con. All right, thank you, generic Disney tourist.
Alrighty, everyone. Well, it looks like Team Up, House of Mouse, has won our first game. Congratulations.
Yes.
But don't feel so high and mighty just yet, because we're going to go back to the House of Villains team for a game we call Good, Bad, Worse. And for that, I need Shaylee, Max, and Connor. All right, so what's going to happen here, and give me just 1 second here. What's going to happen here is we've assembled a top 3-person panel to answer your life's problems. So start typing your problems in the chat right now, and we will get to answering them. But we've got our panelists here. We are going to hear each of their answers to your questions. I've got a secret, though. You see, one of our interviewers will give good advice, one will give bad advice, and one will give worse advice. in any case, we are going to get to some problems eventually when you guys catch up to our stream. But you see, when I think of a problem, I always just think of the solution. And that's how I solve all of my problems personally. However, of course, that probably won't be what our panelists say, but that's what I do. Because when I think I have a problem, then I just forget about it. Alrighty, so we have got to introduce our panelists first. So we're going to start with our first panelist. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Brian, the beard man. And I am here to help this world. Where's the Love is my vibe, my favorite song, and my yearbook quote. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Brian. How about our next panelist?
Hello, I am the drop of hot sauce, destined to be really, really hot. My favorite music is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It doesn't get worse than that.
Well, thank you, drop of hot sauce. And what about our last participant here?
Well, how do you do, partner? I'm Mickey Moose, the mascot of Danglyland. I bring joy to children who can't afford more expensive happiest places on earth. We're the second happiest place on earth.
Well, thank you then. Now, our first problem comes all the way from Nicole Isabel. You see, Nicole has got a real issue here. You see, she just has too many cats. All right, too many cats and doesn't know what to do with them. What do you think, Brian?
You know, Nicole, that's a really good question. But I'll have you know that there are many people in this world that love cats. So, as you see, I'm stroking my beard. That gives me some good advice ideas. And to pass the good vibes along, I'm thinking you should give some of those cats to the people who want them, so they all have beautiful, amazing homes to live in. Yeah.
Thank you, Brian Beardman. What do you think, drop of hot sauce?
Oh, I got a pretty good idea. Why don't you fill their milk bowls with Tapatio? Oh. That'll drive them right out of your house.
I don't like him. He's scary.
All right, well, thank you, drop of hot sauce. Mickey Moose, what's your take? Too many cats.
Well, gosh, bring them down to Dangly World. We've got the pit of cats. You love ball pits, right? You ever want to jump into a pit of cats? We took that feeling and we brought it to you, the family at home. Donate your cats, snuggle them around, jump in the cat pits. We are not liable for any damages.
Alrighty, thank you, Mickey Moose. Our next question comes all the way from Nick Classic, and his question is, how do I get accepted to college? I just can't get accepted to college. Can you help me get accepted to college? What do you think, Brian Beardman?
You know what, Nick? I just want to say that I am proud that you are trying to strive for higher education. And I'm telling you right now, the beard does wonders. So I think that you need to present yourself in a very good, respectful way. Grow a beard so when you walk into an interview or a Zoom session and you're getting interviewed for these colleges, be ready. Yeah.
Be prepared. What do you think, drop of hot sauce?
I have a hard time being accepted into many people's taste buds. So what I saw the other day, someone ripped out their friend's tongue and dangled me over them. I think you should rip out the applications of other students and drop yourself on the admission tables.
Put yourself out there. What do you think, Mickey Moose?
Well, of course, we teach in Moosey World's times that you gotta just be yourself. But why be yourself when you could be someone else? Forge your application. Look at me, I'm a guy in a costume.
Alrighty then. Well, thanks, Mickey Moose. Well, we've got time for one more question. And it comes all the way from Brandon Chan. You see, Brandon Chan, he's got this whopper of a problem. His house is just full of candles. He has too many candles, and he doesn't know what to do. What do you think, Brian?
You know what? That is such a good question that I'm glad that you brought to the table. There are so many things you can do with these candles. You can give them to old ladies. They love candles. You can give them to me. They make my beard smell nice. You can take them to the cemetery and pay your respects. I think you have a lot of options here. Yeah.
Share your candles with others. What do you think? A drop of hot sauce?
I see why you'd be disappointed in candles. They're not hot enough. Surely a house fire would warm you better. Why don't you throw some gasoline on that? Ooh, how about you throw some Cholula on that? Ah, the power of naughtiness would make that really, really.
Thank you. And finally, Mickey Moose, or should I address you
God,
differently?
my name is Tim. They make me wear that costume for 8 hours a day, $3 an hour. Oh my, I can't live like this anymore. Listen, kids, abandon your dreams. You'll end up working for minimum wage. Be grateful you can even afford too many candles. Oh my, I have a mortgage. Okay, I'll put. Hey, everybody, it's Mickey Moose.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mickey
just
Moose.
light up your candles like I light up your day. Ho, ho, ho.
And you know, Mickey Moose, we have one follow-up question for you, all the way from Rachel Frank. How do I save my marriage?
Oh, well, golly, if you get married at Dangly World, it's a pact with the demon blood that we use all in our Slurpees. So it'll last forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Well, thank you, panelists. We're all done for today.
Ah.
Alrighty. Well, everybody, that was the game of Good, Bad, Worse, starring Team House of Villains. If you liked that scene, go ahead and put a dislike on this live stream. We will count it after we see House of Mouse's next game, which is a game that we like to call Yearbook. And for that, I need Crystal, Jill, Des, and Max Fine.
Hello.
Already, as you can see, our improvisers are changing their little name abbreviations to numbers. That's because they will be posing as yearbook photos for one important high school club that was suggested by you, the audience. I'm going to be taking their photos, and then one by one, they will unfreeze from their position, talk about who they are as a person, their relationship with the club, and what their club does. Then they will freeze back in their position, and we will hear from each person in that club. So players, your suggestion the audience has given you is Dumpster Diving Club. This is Dumpster Diving Club. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click.
Head of security. They call me Neil. I guard our leader, Honor Bringer. Honor Bringer wears the hat of royalty. As you can see, that is our crown. We must protect the crown. We found it in the dumpster behind the gym. No one messes with us.
Hi everyone, I'm Honor Bringer. I take care of everyone in this club. I would like to say that our day consists of me, Screamer, Princess, and Chow Chow dumpster diving together, and we just grab all the scraps that we can. I like fast food the most, and then we ration it out at the end of the day. Of course, the most goes to me because, you know, I can't help myself. But yeah, and everyone seems to be happy with this club, so I think I'm doing pretty great.
Oh my gosh, it's so hot out today to be dumpster diving. Hi, I'm Princess. Well, I call myself Queen of the Dumpster, but I'm a princess to everybody else. For me, my typical day consists of coming to this club and exploring the deep depths of the dumpster. And what does that mean, you ask? Well, that means that I take special time to find other people's trash, because you know what they say, one person's trash is another person's treasure. And that's how I got this crown and why they call me princess. But you see, number 4, honor bringer. I actually have like the biggest crush on Honor Bringer, but I don't want to admit it to anybody because, oh my God, we're a dumpster club. Like, that would be absolute garbage if she knew about my big crush.
Hi, I'm Chow Chow. I'm the resident wrangler. Any creatures that we find in the dumpster, I catch them and I keep them in this bin. Oh, without me, Honor Bringer would be dead because I've saved her from several possums, skunks, and raccoons. I don't like Screamer. He hit me.
Oh.
But I know that Princess has a crush on Honor Bringer. But the issue is that I am deeply in love with Princess ever since she fed me scraps from that picnic that we found last week. I love it when she feeds me scraps and bones, and I want her to love me. So you know what I'm gonna do with my most recent wrangle, which is actually a mutant gerbil? I'm going to release it onto Honor Bringer at our next meeting. Hopefully that will kill her.
And scene, everybody. Thank you. Well, that was Team House of Mouse. If you liked their scene, give this stream a like. But if you liked Good, Bad, Worst, Better, give it a dislike. We're going to give 20 seconds here for you all to vote. Don't forget to vote. It's important. Well, that was pretty intense.
Oh my God.
The Wrangler.
The Wrangler.
I thought you cracked your screen, Max.
Bro, I went hard. That's honor.
Wow. All right, let's see what we've got here.
Okay, wait.
Oh, it's changing. Well, while we're here, what are you guys doing tonight? You know, it's a Zoom University. What are you up to, Jill?
I just ate a burrito from literally Taco Bell.
Wow.
What's wrong with Taco Bell?
Girl.
Okay, well, that being said, it looks like Team House of Mouse barely scraped a win there, so congratulations. That means that House of Mouse is running a little bit ahead, but we're going to take a brief break from our competition here. You know, things are getting a little tense. I can see, you know, Shaylee shooting glares across the stream. So we're going to go into some potpourri, which means we're going to tell jokes based off the suggestions that you all provided at the beginning of this show. So to start things off, we are going to be crafting some custom slogans for you. So first off, we are going to be telling you slogans about raccoons. How appropriate from our previous scene. So slogans about raccoons.
One man's trash is another man's dinner.
Raccoons, also known as the zebra possum.
Very good.
Raccoons, the original mask wearers.
Raccoons, the only thing I miss from going to UCSD.
Raccoons, my only friends freshman year of college.
Raccoons, they ate my tortoise. They really did. They did.
Raccoons, they ate my cat. They really did.
What?
Raccoons,
Really?
surprisingly vicious.
Raccoons, only cute in Pocahontas.
Fuck raccoons.
Fuck raccoons.
Yeah. Became a raccoon support group.
I mean, I guess that's the best slogan for raccoons we can offer. We're going to jump to slogans about bread. What sort of slogans about bread?
Nothing came before sliced bread.
Yes.
Yep. Bread. Don't you want some?
Bread, life's never crummy
But it
when
is.
you've got
It is a little
bread.
Bread, don't be sour or rye.
Oh.
Bread, one of the few white things I interact with.
Wonder bread, that is.
Phew.
Bread, ride 'em dirty.
Uh-huh.
Bread. It'll only cost you a pumpernickel.
Bread, squash the competition.
What?
Bread,
Bread, need to kill a duck? Oh,
Bread, self-loaf.
Oh.
Bread. Shall I tell you more?
What?
Oh.
Like Paula.
Oh.
I don't think I understand.
Me
It's
either.
okay.
It's a type of bread.
Bread, it's all you need.
Oh.
Okay, well, anyway, we're going to jump to our next potpourri game, which is 185 blanks. Walk into a bar. Our first suggestion from the audience was 185 chickens. Walk into a bar.
185 chickens walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve chickens here." The chickens say, "Hey, but I brought all my wingmen."
185 chickens walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve your kind here." And the chickens go, "Back off."
185 chickens walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." And they're like, "That's misogynist because they're chicks."
185 chickens walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." And the chickens say, "What are you, chicken?"
185 chickens walked into the bar the other night. Oh, and you know, I couldn't believe it because the bartender said, you know, we don't serve your kind here, all right? If you show your face in here again, I might have to start, you know, beating you all up. and the chickens, they were taken aback. They were so surprised, okay? And so they said, quit egging us on.
That was excellent.
Stole my joke. I was gonna say
185 chickens walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve chickens here. I'm sorry. The chickens say, you're not at the pecking order. I don't know what to do.
185 chickens walk into a bar, and the bartender's like, hey, we don't serve losers here. And then the chicken's like, what do you mean? And then he's like, all the eggs came first.
185 chickens walk into the bar. Again, the bartender had his fun, but anyway, he said, we don't serve your kind here. And then the chickens, they all respond, I guess we'll have to go to KFC then.
185 chickens walk into a bar. Oh my gosh, I just lost it. I'll be back.
185, get this, chickens walk into a bar, and the bartender just flies into a rage, and so the chickens, they're like, well, why can't we stay here? And he's like, we don't serve your kind. And the chickens reply, you gotta be yoking me.
185 chickens walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve chickens here. The chickens say, why did we all just cross the road?
Oh. That was the joke I was trying to say, and I couldn't phrase it.
Mind meld.
On that note, we're going to jump to our final potpourri of tonight, which is 185 engineering majors walk into a bar.
185 engineering majors walk into a bar. Just kidding, they don't have time to go to a bar.
Well, so I was at the bar last night, and 185 engineering majors walked into it, and I was surprised, and the bartender was too. He said, we don't serve your kind here after what happened last time. The engineering majors, remembering and recognizing the bartender, just decided to get out with a Zoom. Because they major at UCSD.
Yes. 185 engineering majors walk into the bar. This is a serious story. Nobody can laugh. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve your kind here. And so the engineering majors say, your hatred stems from jealousy.
You laughed.
Oh.
What the hell? Oh. Go ahead.
185 engineer majors walk bar. You're kind and here's
Wait.
Hold on.
You're nailing it.
Wait.
Your connection cut out.
The whole thing over.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go again. Okay, ready?
Do it.
Okay, 185 engineering majors walk into a bar, and the bartender's like, we don't have kind here. And then the engineering majors, they're remembering what happened, and their gears are turning.
Okay, 185 engineer majors walk into a bar, and the bartender says, go ahead, take a seat. And the engineer majors are so shocked that they're being served so nicely. And the bartender says, what? It's not rocket science.
185 engineering majors walk into a bar. They look at the bartender, and the bartender looks back. They stare at each other for 20 seconds, okay? And then the bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. And so the engineering majors just shout, GP, hey, that's not fair.
I don't understand engineering enough.
Oh,
Okay, well, we're going to move on. Thank you all for playing potpourri. We're going to jump back. We're going to have one more game from each of our contestants, then we'll go into the final showdown.
Oh God.
Starting things off, we are going to jump to something we call SDSU chat lines with House of Mouse. So what's going to happen here is folks in the YouTube chat type up lines you would see in a chat line, in your text chats, on Tinder, just anything that would be typed like conversations or just random sentences. We're going to wait a little bit longer for this one because what's going to be happening is two of our improvisers in our three-person scene can only use dialogue from these chat lines. They can only use the YouTube chat live stream to get all the words that they have to say. And one of our improvisers who does not have access to the chat line will have to deal with it. Oh dear, we're still in potpourri. Okay.
It's all good. We can hang out.
So
Yeah.
185 engineering majors walked into a bar. The bartender said, "Hey, we don't serve your kind here."
What?
And the engineering majors respond with, "I profess I don't like this."
What?
I'm laughing because I don't get it.
Professors, I don't know.
I wasn't like smart enough to make an engineering joke, and I realized that from this video.
To be frank, I got to saying we don't serve your kind here without a punchline. Yep.
185 engineering majors walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Get out." And so the engineering majors say, "Fine, we'll just go to Mechanic Donald's."
Wowie.
185 engineers walk into a bar. The bar says, "Your kind's not welcome here." And they say, "Only the humanities majors are treated like decent human beings." The delivery of that was perfect.
185 engineers walk into a bar, and 5 are female.
Aw.
Oh. Oof.
Oh, I got one. 185 engineers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Thank God we've been waiting for you. It's singles night."
Oh.
Oh my God.
Engineering majors, we
All
hate
right.
you.
Oh, do you have a joke?
No,
No, go for it.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. In that case, we are going to move to SCSU chat lines. We are going up again with Max, Crystal, and Dez. Two of our improvisers are going to be reading from this chat line. Do you have the stream pulled up, folks?
Max and Crystal.
Yes, Max?
I'm doing my best. Wait.
Let's give Max a second, everybody.
Yeah, no.
So 100 and no.
Oh my God.
All right, we're good. We're flying high.
Alrighty, so they have got the chat open. Players, your suggestion for SDSU chat line is magicians. Take that as you will. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lucas's Grand Magic, absolutely best magic show. I am here with my assistant, Tina the Sparkle. Okay, Tina, it's okay. We'll give you a line later. Okay, and look who's here, the one and only Doug. Doug is going to be doing the heavy lifting for me in my show. Doug, can you please get me the saw? Why is no one talking to me?
Mom, what do you mean?
Doug, I said that I will get you a new Hot Wheel if you do this show for me. So please stop. We are live right now. Just give me the saw, okay?
I would like to know about our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior, that's very, very funny. How about, Doug, you're going to be our special assistant guest that you're going to be on the show. So I don't know if the Lord and Savior would like magic, but we can work with that. We can work with that. Okay, Tina the Sparkle, I'm going to need you to prepare Doug for our next trick. Go ahead.
I got some new shoes today.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Tina, we talked about this backstage. I gave you new shoes so that you would do my show. Doug, look it. I have one ball. One ball.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Now watch, I'm gonna make it disappear. Woo, woo. Whoa!
I think I broke my pinky toe.
Tina, I told you to be careful.
Mom, what do you mean?
What do you listen? Doug, I'm gonna need you to take over and be my assistant, okay? What was the next trick again, Doug? It's okay, Doug.
Threesome.
What was it, Doug?
Threesome.
Doug, I am not doing that trick with you. We talked about this.
Oh my god.
Do you need an ambulance? Do you need first aid right now? Because I can do it with magic.
I'm a queen.
Doug, this is not about you. This is not about you, Doug. Okay?
Who
Tina,
said that?
Yes.
you do need first aid with magic. Okay, Doug? Watch, you're gonna help me with this magic spell. We are going to make Tina's toe better. Just say the magic word.
Wait.
Doug.
I feel like Forrest Gump today.
Why do you feel like that? Did you do the movie spell, Doug? Is that what you did? Because she can't run because her toe's broken, so she can't run.
Doug, speak.
Doug?
Doug, speak.
Doug, is that the
Doug,
spell?
speak.
Doug, I need you to Doug!
Happy birthday, Doug.
Happy birthday, Doug. Doug, you are doing all the wrong spells. You are doing all the wrong spells. Tina is getting worse. Tina. What, Tina?
I love Satan.
Tina!
I want to learn about our Lord. Oh boy.
Jesus.
All right. Well, that was SDSU chat line from Team House of Mouse. Give a like if you enjoyed that scene. But we are going to jump to House of Villains for a game that we like to call Game-O-Matic. All right. And that is with Shaylee, Connor, Adriana, and Max Morgan. Alrighty, so what's going to be happening here? Players, your acronym given by the audience was SP. What's going to be happening is our improvisers will be making up games on the spot for them to play in front of you, the audience. All right, you are going to hear each of their pitches for a game, and then you all will vote on the game that you'd like to see, okay? For this, just because we're basing this off of a chat area, I'm going to be basing it off of just like the name that is said the most. So you can type in Doofenshmirtz Generic Disney Tourist, Gaston Missing Jim, or Scardriana for the game that you'd like to see the most, all right? But to start things off here, we've got Connor, Generic Disney Tourist. What is your SP game?
Special phrase. That's right, special phrase. I forgot that phrase starts with a P, not an F. So it's right. And in special phrase, you have a 4-person game where some of the players, they only can say their special phrase and they can't say anything else. And then we have like a justifier who makes it all normal.
Thank you, Generic Disney Tourist. All right, who's next here? Scardriana, what is your SP game?
My SP game is spelling pretty. So this is how this game works. It's just a normal 4-person scene. And when the coach yells spelling pretty, the last word that was said has to be spelled. And then that will be the new suggestion for the next scene. And we will go 4 times like through every person.
All right, thank you, Scardriana. Doofenshmirtz, what is your SP game?
My SP game is so picky. So we're going to have one of our awesome improvisers, to be sitting at a couch or wherever they prefer to sit to watch TV, and they're going to have a remote, and they're going to be switching the channels, and we're going to have scenes going on. It can be one person doing a speech, or a two-person scene, or a three-person scene, but every time that the picky person watching the TV doesn't like it, they're going to say, dang, I'm in the mood for cartoons now, for example, or man, I wonder what's going on at the White House, and then it'll be the news. So yeah, that's so picky.
All right, thank you, Doofenshmirtz. And finally, Gaston, what is your SP game?
My SP game is called So Posh. So we'll just do a regular 4-person scene, but at any point, the coach can say poshy poshy. At that point, the players will have to get more proper, more like high class, more like oh yes, and we have to keep like getting into higher and higher levels. So we're like Victorian era, big fat wigs, like you know what I mean.
Wow. Okay. Well, that is so posh. All right. Thank you, Max. Once again, the games we have available are Special Phrase by Generic Disney Tourist, Spelling Pretty by Scardriana, So Picky by Doofenshmirtz, and So Posh by Gaston Missing the Gym. So type the game or the name of the person, and I will try and get an accurate count of which game you would like to see.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
How does the tune go?
There's a myth that Doofenshmirtz is Phineas's father.
Oh, it's
I saw
confirmed.
that.
It's confirmed.
I don't
Says
think it
me.
is.
I confirm it.
It's confirmed.
Well, just because they have the same face, you know?
I think it's true, therefore it's true.
Okay.
It would make sense. It would make sense why they're not together anymore.
All right, this is a really close one, folks, but I think we are going with So Picky. All right, so Doofenshmirtz, how about you re-explain your game for our players so they've got a good idea?
Okay, players. So it's going to be so picky. So one of us, we're going to choose to be the person that is picky, that's watching TV. And they are kind of like the narrator. They're talking out loud what they want to see next, like a cartoon, I gave the example, or a telenovela. And everyone else, they don't all have to be in the scene at once. It can be 1, 2, or 3-person scene. And they're just going to be that TV show that's going to be on the TV. Yeah.
All right, before we get questions, go ahead and ask for a suggestion for the chat.
Okay, chat, if you could only drink one more thing for the rest of your life that isn't water, what would it be?
All right, do you guys have any questions about this game? So picky, you know?
So the person who says it has to like verbally describe like what show they're watching. Like,
Well, whoever it is, it can be as specific as they want. Like they can say, for example, I want to watch Phineas and Ferb, and then you have to come up with maybe a spin-off of Phineas and Ferb. It's however the improvisers see it.
Okay.
But you can be as unspecific as you want also, and just say, I want to watch the news.
I guess more a question for Will. Should we have our cameras off and on if we're in or not in the scene? Assuming it's like 2 people are doing the.
Yes. So as always, if you are not on scene right now, you can just turn your camera off. And you're entering the scene, that's symbolized by turning your camera on.
Okay.
All right, we've got some options here, Shaylee. I'll just shout some out if you want to pick. We got shampoo, chalky milk, tequila, orange soda, Diet Dr. Pepper, bleach, gasoline, sweat, milk, hot fudge, lime juice.
Can
What do
we?
you think?
We got to go with chalky milk. How could we not?
All right, chalky milk is your suggestion. And who shall be our TV person here?
Would you like to do it, Shaylee, since your game?
Yeah, sure. Generic Disney tourist.
Alrighty then, well, this is So Picky. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
yes.
Begin.
Not this chocolate milk infomercial again. I just really want to watch some SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, you gotta make sure you put the new Chucky milk on the menu. It's gonna make me money.
But it has patties in it. We can't use it for the patties and for the crabbies.
That's what makes it brown. It's delicious, I promise you. We're the only restaurant in this town anyway.
Mr. Krabs, can I please have a please today?
Do whatever you want as long as it makes me money.
Oh.
This is making me hungry. Let's go to the Food Network.
Hey, what's happening? I'm Mandingo, and I'm here to talk about the all-new Choco Slam. That's right. Here on Drive Into a Diner and Dive Into a Chocolate Slam, I'm going to be eating this entire 10-ounce chocolate slam. That's right. Let's start drinking.
Wow.
Slam!
I am the creator of the chocolate slam. I must say that you cannot eat that much chocolate in one sitting. It will rupture your stomach.
Somebody stop me! You better give me some more of that chocolate slam because I love it.
Okay, that'll be like $20.
Give it to me now, man, now!
Oh, this guy's freaking me out.
Here you
Let's
go.
just go to the Nature Channel.
I see, and we see the long-tailed Choco Rabbit. It's laying eggs. What's in its eggs? I see string. I see string. Oh man, it's eating the string. It's eating the string. Please stop. You're just gonna make yourself into a whole necklace. There's more bunnies coming. Oh man, the Choco bunnies. They're gonna eat them all, the string, and be a necklace of pearl Choco bunnies. Oh.
No. You know what? Let's just go. Let's go to one of those nice, relaxing stations where it's just music for a little bit. I just need a break. Let me turn the volume up.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
I hope you're.
What, Mom? You want to hear it? Let me turn it up a little bit more.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Sounds like Luigi's Mansion music. In fact, let's go and watch the video game playing people.
My KD! Why did they have to kill me, my KD?
Get good, noob.
God.
Stop it, Dad!
You'll never beat me, son.
When are you coming home?
After this round, I bet I'm gonna win again.
Dad, you've been saying that for 10 years. I don't think you're coming home anymore.
Well, we've got online, man. You know, just get good.
Okay.
Hey, new dad. Can I play?
Yeah, you take the controller, honey.
Oh, thank you. Oh, how do you with this button? Is it this one? Help me.
Okay.
You're still winning.
Oh, this is getting boring. Let's go to TMZ. That's usually juicy.
Yes, honey.
Period.
Yes, you're a tiger.
This is the entertainment I'm looking for.
You're a lion. You're a tiger. Hate me. Now love me. Yes, we are sitting here with
am I giving you enough?
Model.
Is this enough?
Brilliant, beautiful fashion model, fashionista maximista. She's been in the industry for only 3 hours, and she's already taking it by storm. Oh,
this could never be America's Next Top Model. Let's go to that instead.
Oh no.
Scene!
Yes, Gaston!
All right. Well, that was Game-O-Matic with the game So Picky. Thank you, Shaylee, for an amazing game. All right, once again, that was Team House of Villains. So if you like that game, put a dislike on the stream. However, if instead you liked Team House of Mouse's SDSU chat lines, go ahead and put a thumbs up or a like on the chat stream. Not on the chat, in the like and dislike area, and I will count the votes.
Do we have a special guest, Max?
Um,
Oh,
We have a special guest. Max, introduce them.
This is my mom and my brother.
Oh,
Hi.
Hello.
hey.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hi.
What's going on? You know what's going on.
We're having a show.
Just strolling. Okay, sorry. We're gonna leave.
Nice to meet you.
Bye. No, you didn't. You didn't leave anything.
Hi, Christy.
All right, well, with that interlude out of the way, it looks like Team House of Villains has won this round. So congratulations. Now, if you are keeping track at home, that means the score is all tied up. So how are we going to settle this? It's with our final game, but first, announcements from our president, Desiree.
Thank you for coming to our show again, and thank you for all the suggestions. We're really having a good old fun time, aren't we, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in very, very, very special news, it is Shaylee's first show.
Shaylee.
Yes, Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Yeah,
Yeah.
but please stay updated with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter, and you'll hear about when we're having our next shows. Thank you so much for coming once again. But yeah, let's get back to our final game.
That's right. All right. Like I said, the score is all tied up. So we are going to jump to our final round, which is called Slam Poetry Night. What's going to be happening is we will have a chill jazz poetry bar here, and we are going to hear a compilation poem, one from Team House of Mouse with Connor and Des and Jill, and the other from House of Villains with Connor and Max Morgan. All right, so they will be bouncing their poetry off of each other. All right. So everybody, welcome to Foosh's Poetry Slam Night. Tonight we have the most amazing poems to rub against your brain. Yes, so we have the suggestion tonight is almonds. We're going to be making poems about almonds tonight. So to start things off, please welcome poetry extraordinaires all the way from Colorado, Connor and Max Morgan.
I will begin. One is all I ask. One almond, one sweet nut from the tree of giving. But why does the world leave me to go nuts?
Almond to milk. Milk to life? Yes, this is exactly what causes my strife. I did not ask to be born, neither did the almond in its glory me.
Silk, 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 cows drink milk, but no more. For milk is cruelty, milk is war. Almond milk for this milk whore.
Milk from the cow. The aliens beam up that cow.
What?
Aliens are space invaders coming for you? Coming for me. For I know the silk of the milk is what gives it its texture.
Got milk? Got milk? Got nut milk? Almond milk got you. In its claws. It grabs onto you. Do you drink it raw? Only time will tell.
Thank you, everyone. Well, that was Connor and Max Morgan with their poem, Got Milk. The aliens are coming. We're going to follow that up with our last poem of tonight. They are actually residing here in the attic of our poetry bar. We've finally gotten them down so that they can tell their poem about almonds. So please welcome Desiree and Jill.
Hello, I will begin. Nuts, nuts, you're driving me crazy. Is it almonds? Almonds? Almonds all gone? Al's gone? Where's Al?
Syllables, 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 linguistics. A syllable is something you say. Almonds, almonds, all men's.
Well,
Amen. Amen. Salmon. Salmon? Do you swim against the current, or does the current swim against you? You stubborn? Ouch, that burns! Don't touch the stove.
The stove, touch stove, hot, 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 hot. The stove is hot. Mom did not warn me. I am a lone fish swimming, by myself. Lone fish, fish, what can I dish? But only fish.
Fish, fish, uterus. I give life. Eggs and bacon. Breakfast? Let's go to Denny's. It's midnight. I need to sleep, but I must eat at Denny's.
Denny's gives me the runnies.
So stinky. Please save me. Oh no, I'm out of Febreze.
Thank you. That was Des and Jill with their new poem, I Eat Only at Denny's. Well, everyone, that is the end of our poetry night. Remember, you can vote to see who won tonight with a like for Des and Jill's House of Mouse, or down for Connor and Max and House of Villains. Not only will they win just Slam Poetry Night, but also the entire show. So I will give you all a couple seconds to vote on who won this whole show. Was it House of Mouse?
Yes.
With
Clearly.
Des, Jill, I don't have the list here. Des, Jill, Crystal, and Max Fine? Or was it House of Villains with Shaylee, Connor, Adriana, and Max Morgan?
Cha.
oh,
Cha.
Yeah, dude.
Cha, dude.
don't forget to press that dislike button.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
dislike us. Dislike us.
And
Like
push the
and
little bell
subscribe.
icon if you want notifications from Foosh. Wow.
Subscribe below.
Is this video sponsored by Foosh?
Foosh.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is. This video is sponsored by Silk Almond Milk.
And Denny's.
Yeah, as everyone heard, I really like almond
man.
milk.
When you said Denny's, I thought you said Desi's.
All right, it looks like we've got the info here. If we can get a drum roll, please. I have no surface here. It's Team House of Mouse has won the show tonight. Congratulations.
A round.
Thank you all on the YouTubes for coming to our show. We're going to have another show soon. Keep updated on our Foosh page. My name is Will.
I'm Desiree.
I'm Jill.
Shaylee.
Crystal.
Max?
Adriana.
O'Connor.
Other Max.
And that is our show. Everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming.